Clayton Homes of Burleson is committed to helping you and your family find the manufactured home of your dreams. Come tour our fully furnished display models to see available features and floor plans. Have you dreamed of owning a home that you can customize to fit your style? Our friendly team members are experts in showing you our homes that fit your needs and your budget. We are proud to be able to offer new, energy, smart zero homes that can save you even more money in the high-quality Clayton-built home. Stop by our home center to start your home buying journey today. Conveniently located at 3275 South Burleson Boulevard, that is I-35 West at exit 30, or visit our website at ClaytonHomesBurleson.com. Clayton Homes of Burleson, proud Rattler supporter.
And welcome in, everybody, to episode number 21 of Experience the Burleson Difference. Clayton Homes, of course. I am your host, as always, David Wood. And joining me today for episode number 29 is Jason Hollis.
Hello.
Sales consultant here at Burleson. And we are super stoked to be with everybody today. It's been a while since we've had a podcast. And Carl, not able to be here today, but we're going to bring you a pretty good little informative podcast today about the industry as a whole, because that's what the podcast is all about, and what you as a consumer can expect throughout that process, and all of the products that we, of course, offer here at Clayton Homes. So without any further ado, we're going to get right into it, because this is going to be a good one. Oh, by the way, everybody, happy 2025. First episode of 2025. I will add, it is, of course, January the 22nd. Lots been going on.
Absolutely.
A lot of positivity's been going on. And, of course, a lot of negativity going on. But we're not going to focus on that. We're going to focus on the positivity. And that is that owning a home is extremely easy here at Clayton Homes.
Absolutely.
And we've got some stuff going on that we want to talk about. One of the things that we sent out to our consumers was, hey, tell us, what do you really want to know? What is the number one thing that people ask when they walk in the door? And one of the things that we hear almost on a daily basis is, what will I be paying down payment wise? What is my monthly payment going to look like?
Absolutely. Folks come in and they want to know, what's this going to cost me per month? How can I get approved? And what the entire process is.
Yeah. And a lot of times that's not a canned answer. You can't really determine what your down payment's going to look like or what your monthly payment's going to look like until you get a pre-approval. Now, we highly recommend that anybody considering getting into a home, any kind of home, get a pre-approval. A lot of real estate agents won't show a stick-built house unless you have a pre-approval in hand.
Absolutely. They want to know that you're a serious buyer.
Yeah, and not only that, what you budget for, because budget, your credit history, and your budget determines how much the lender is going to require as a down payment. And it'll also determine what your monthly payment is going to be based on that interest rate. So credit and budget has a lot to do with it. And a lot of people say, well, I know what my Credit Karma says, but that's not always what they look at. What all lenders look at is what they call a tri-merge. So a tri-merge is your TransUnion, your Equifax, and your Experian. All three of those together. Now, what they do is they throw out the good, they throw out the bad, and they go with what they call a mid score. So your lowest score and your best score, they're going to throw it out. Why don't they keep the high score?
Because that's not typical of what you're going to see across the board.
Yeah. Your mid score is just basically just that. It's a mid score. It's going to give a truer indication to the lender your ability to pay back what you borrow. And so that's what almost all lenders are going to look for in a home mortgage, is what that mid score is going to be. Then they take that mid score and they look on their factors or what their lending requirements are, and that's how they adjust your rate. But before they do all that, they want to know what your budget is. And tell us what lenders are going to look for in a budget.
Primarily, what I tell my customers all the time is they look for your time at your job first before they look at anything, and then how long you've been in that same industry. Then they look at your debt to income ratio, and then it comes down to your credit scores.
Yeah. So basically, what a lot of lenders are going to do is they're going to say, hey, you know, your credit scores are all fine, but your ability to pay back is not really looking all that good based on the numbers that we have and the amount that you want to borrow. So budget and credit kind of go hand in hand. And I always say, if one was going to be stronger than the other, it's going to be your budget, your ability to pay back that loan, and what that history looks like. Of course, that also establishes your credit. So a lot of it is hand in hand. But again, that budget sometimes can be more strong than the credit history.
Now, you touched on the Credit Karma thing. Why don't they like Credit Karma?
Yeah, Credit Karma is not really a true indication. What Credit Karma is it's a report based off of revolving accounts, you know, your credit cards, department store cards, that sort of thing. And that score can be close, but it's not always in line with what your true mid score is going to be.
Absolutely.
So just one thing to note is don't go out and pull all your credit reports before coming in. We'll do that for you, or we won't do it, but our lenders will do that for you. You don't want to be hitting that credit up as much. Plus, credit pulls for mortgages are what they call soft pulls. So in a lot of ways, soft pulls are not going to affect your credit score any at all, or if so, very, very lightly. You know, car dealers, they're notorious for running down your credit score because they're going to check it inquiry wise about 50 times when you come in. We're not going to do that. We're going to send it to the loan originators that you choose based on the type of loan that you're going to need. And type of loan is another side of what your monthly payment and what your down payment's going to be. Now, we've got a great program going on right now. It is the Go Big and Go Home promotion. And one of those things that they've hand tied in that is with Vanderbilt Mortgage. One of our loan originators is offering 5% down reduction. So if you qualify for a 10% down loan, they're going to let you in for as little as 5% down. And then of course 15, looking at 10%. So that can help people with your liquid down situation a lot. So another thing that they look at is conditions to loan. Now, when you get a pre-approval, you're not automatically, that number's not set in stone per se. It's saying that based on the information that you place on your application for loan and what you've told us, that's what you are presenting to the lender. And they'll give you a pre-approval based on that information. If you want to move forward, then they're going to ask for some other things. And I put it up here on the screen for you to see and utilize. What I encourage a lot of people to do is bring this stuff with you, because if I can download all this stuff into a file, into a document file, and send it along with your application is going to look a lot stronger, a lot better to the lender. And so these things are very simple. You see it right there on the deal. Your personal information, that's a driver's license, Social Security number. If you don't have a Social Security number, you have that ITN. Is that what they call it?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And so you'll want to bring that. Any kind of savings that you have that you might utilize to help solidify your cash on hand situation. You want to bring those documents as well. Tax information, basically what they want are W-2s. I got customers now, they just bring me all their tax returns. I don't want all your tax returns.
Just the W-2s.
Just the W-2s. I want W-2s for the last 2 years. If you are a 1099 employee or you're self-employed, I'm going to need all pages of your tax returns for the last 2 years. And they don't go on what you made. They go on what you reported that you made. And so just a little hint in there, that's line 31, folks. So if you write everything off and you show that you made $110 a year last year, then that's what they're going to go on with your income.
And another thing that lenders look for whenever you're self-employed is they want that current P&L for that year.
Yeah. They want to know where you're at to date. And that goes to the 30-day paycheck stubs. We want 30 days worth of paycheck stubs with a year-to-date total on where you're at with wherever your employer's at. 60-day bank statements, a lot of that checking and savings, that shows your pay history. And a lot of times, if you're limited on credit, bank statements is a great thing to present. Now, I don't always present bank statements to the creditors. unless you're looking at a land home situation, then it's going to become a requirement. So if you're doing a chattel loan, which is home only, or you're doing a land in lieu, sometimes they don't ask for it. But it's always better to have it and provide it than not have it and not be able to provide it. So those are what I say customer homework. Usually when somebody comes in and they apply for a loan, I tell them, hey, start getting work on this paperwork, because to take that pre-approval to full approval status, we're going to need these items. And sometimes it can lower your amount that you've been approved for. Sometimes it can raise the amount that you approved for. Mm-hmm. So that's key there. Pre-approval is the ultimate key, though, Jason, because I tell people all the time, man, you're just kind of guessing. Everybody's guessing. Best educated guess. I've been in the business for a long, long time. Jason's been in the business for a while. Benton's been in the business for a while. Raul, he's older than Methuselah. He's been in the business for a little bit, and so has Carl. But we can only give you our educated guess. And to get an accurate statement on where you are pre-approval and where you are approval, these are the things that we're going to need and want. And Jason's a rookie on being on film. He's got that phone just a buzzing on all over the place. I leave mine on the desk whenever I come.
Yeah, I forgot.
I'm just saying. So that's one of the key questions a lot of people ask. What will I be paying down payment and monthly payment wise? If you still have those questions, you can give us a call up here. I'm going to throw the phone number and the address down here on the bottom, Jason, so that everybody can get where we're at and what we do. Now, we're going to be open every day till 5 o'clock. And we are, I mean, tell you what, we are in a good situation. The Go Big and Go Home sale, it was a great sale to come on top of or on the heels of the red tag sale. Now, we got some more red tag homes that we're going to get to right away. As a matter of fact, let's throw a couple of those up right now. I'm going to show you a couple of homes that are still red tagged, which means, what does red tag mean, Jason?
That means that they come with all the furniture and decor. And I'm going to shut this.
That's a great idea. You should shut the phone off, Jason.
But yeah, they come with all the furniture and decor, and they've been marked down too.
Yeah, they've actually been marked down, ready to go at a very, very low price. And that'll include everything: delivery, blocked and leveled to code, trim out, the rustic rib skirting, the carrier heat pump, 2 6x8 decks, and a warranty. That's on all of the Burleson Difference pricing that we have here. Not what you see online, but what we have here priced. That's what you're going to see. However, on the red tag homes, we're going to throw in the furniture and the decor, because me and Jason are too lazy. We don't want to pick it out and put it in storage and all that stuff.
Yeah, and plus we're getting old. I mean, our backs are going.
Yeah, just going way bad. I'm going to throw up a couple of those, and then we're going to get right back to you here on Experience. Hey, welcome back, everybody, to Clayton Homes Experience, the Burleson Difference. And you just saw it. Those are several homes that we still have here on our lot that are available for sale, including all of the furniture and the decor, and of course the Burleson Difference pricing. Of course, you saw the Anniversary A. That house, Jason, got it priced down to $99,995. It is our most popular. It is the hottest single section on the market today. That floor plan. It's been around for a little while, but man, everybody just loves that floor plan.
Absolutely.
It's definitely the master or the primary bath. It has the tub and the shower separate. It has also, it's a lot like the way your house is laid out, Jason.
It sure is. It sure is.
And so it's a very, very hot deal. Of course, we've got the Spirit, which is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. That house is a perfect fit for anybody looking for a small home. That house has just under 900 square feet. It's $79,995, and that gets you all the furniture. And in the furniture, they got this one leopard print. It's the cool. Every time I walk in, I see his eyes. You know, I'm going, that leopard looks like he's hungry. Kind of looks like my wife sometimes when she's wanting. She knows I got paid. You know.
Oh yeah.
She'll say, "Oh, I want that money. I want that money." Then, of course, we showed you two multi-sections. The Clayton Breeze 56. Why is that house still here?
I have no clue.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a special deal. You folks come by here, and you purchase the Clayton Breeze 56. That's the farmhouse special. You can go back and look at the slide. Go back onto our web page, our Facebook page, which is Clayton Homes Burleson. If you come in and you say you saw it on the podcast, I'm going to take an additional $4,000 off on this house. $4,000 off on this house. This one and the Let It Be. Okay, but I've got it on for $139,900, so that's $135,900 if you mention the podcast that you saw this broadcast. 1,495 square feet. It is farmhouse through and through. It's just a really, really nice house.
Absolutely, and it's important to note that there's like almost $8,000 in furniture in that house.
Yeah, $8,000 in furniture. The living room suite is one of our top living room suites that we've got out there in that house. Then, of course, the Clayton Let It Be. It is a full tape and texture home. Now, a lot of people say, what's tape and texture? Well, it's these walls you see in here, which you can't see because you see the backdrop. But that is where they texture and tape embed the sheetrock. Now, all of our homes are going to have gypsum walls. But a lot of manufactured homes get a knock because people say, oh, I don't like that batten strip across there. Well, those are vinyl coated gypsum walls. And then, of course, if you want to paint it and texture it, there's more process to it. But it looks more like what some folks call a site-built look. And really, really a sexy house. The Let It Be is part of our Tempo line out of Athens. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, also 1,495 square feet. This is truly where quality meets savings, Jason, because I'm offering this house at way, way less than what we should be selling it for, which is $144,900. But if you mention the podcast, that house also $4,000 off, $139,900. If you mention the podcast, you got to mention it. If you don't mention it, we're going to sell it to you for $144,900.
And again, with about $8,000 in furniture.
Yeah, $8,000 in furniture and decor. I mean, how can you mess that up? So, folks, don't delay. You want to make your appointment today, and making appointments are very, very key. We were talking about questions that people ask and everything. That's another thing that I'll put on top of that caveat, which is make an appointment. Call the number on the bottom of the screen, 817-783-5200. Make that appointment with any sales consultant here, so that we make sure we should ask some information so that when you come in, we're prepared. And we're already right at a level that's going to help you even more throughout this process. And if that sales consultant doesn't ask you to bring conditions, you let me know so that I can just jump on them, okay? Absolutely. I want to jump on them, pounce on them like that little tiger in that Spirit. How about that? Okay, so what I'm going to do is... one of the other questions that folks ask, this is a good one, Jason. I like this question. Now, these aren't questions I came up with. These are questions that we have been getting asked in that people want to hear about on the podcast. Can you help me with finding land?
Absolutely. That is the number 2 question that we always get asked. Do you have land home packages available?
Yeah, you do have a land package. Yes, we do. We absolutely do. Some houses we've already got set up in communities. Some houses we occasionally will put on acreage of land and sell as a land home package. There's a couple of different ways of doing it. But I always tell people this process is you and me together, because who knows more about where they want to live? You or the customer?
The customer.
The customer does. So what I always tell people is once we start looking for a pre-approval, hey, listen, folks, I want y'all to start driving around the area that you're wanting to live or you're thinking about living. If you see something for sale or you hear about something or you see a road that you really, really like and you know that we can place a manufactured home there, send the address to me so we can start looking at those areas. We don't want to be butting heads about where we're looking at. You tell me you want to be in Palmer, Texas, and I'm showing you stuff in Lipan. That's not gonna, those two are like this and this. And so it's not gonna work for you. You know, location is the key there. So letting the sales consultant know where you want to be, getting that pre-approval so we know what kind of range we've got to spend. Okay. That has a lot to do with it. And of course, budget and what you qualify for also has a lot to do with where and how much land we're going to be looking for. I want 30 acres, Jason, and I want to spend $300,000. Can I get it?
Probably not.
Probably not. Probably not. That's right. So it's you and me together, folks. We got to get a little bit of information. Communication's the key, I always say. And of course, you talk about land. I've got a house that I've got to sell. So I'm going to put it up here. This is in Benbrook, Texas, y'all. Now, if you're looking for a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, let's say you're empty nesters. Let's say that it's just you and the wife or just you, and you want a decent sized house. This house is over 1,000 square feet. It is what we call the porch model. And this house is just that, what it says, a dream home. That kitchen has a great layout, lots of cabinet space. It's an amazing, amazing house. I have it set up in Benbrook, Texas, in a very, very good community out there. And that house right now, we're offering that one, Jason, for $89,995. $89,995. And I'll tell you what, if we need to trim it a little bit, we might try to get that done as well. It is got to go, folks. This is one of our houses that really, really has to go. Just like that Let It Be that we just showed you. We have a few houses that are getting a little bit on in age that are sitting out there. We want to move it so we can get all this new inventory that we got coming in. And all that means to you, Mr. Customer, is what? Savings. You could save thousands of dollars on the home that you want by doing something now. So that is something that we encourage everybody to do. I'm going to show you a couple more houses that we've got on for sale out here. And as a matter of fact, I think on this next one, Jason, we have a deal already processing on it. But if you come in and you order this house, I'll offer it for the same price. So, and it's still sitting out here. So if you come in this weekend, we might still be able to show it to you. I think it's in 2 halves, but you can at least experience it. I'm going to show that. And I'm going to show 2 houses that we have got to get rid of, that's in our inventory that we want to move, and also order. We can order these houses at a really, really discounted price right now. So here's the first one. Man, I tell you what, I was just watching that, Jason, and what stood out on me was the Rainier. The Rainier is can be a 5 bedroom. Sometimes we bring it in as a 4 with a flex room, that sort of stuff. Over 2,100 square feet. It's a beautiful home, big home, and that house 3 bath. 3 baths. If you got girls, folks, 3 baths, that's a godsend. One thing that got me was $70.49 per square foot on that house. $149,995. That includes all of the Burleson Difference, which is delivered, blocked, and leveled to code, cleaned and trimmed out. Also, the rustic rib vinyl skirting. Rustic rib, you can't chip it with the weed eater, Jason. If you do, all you got to do is bring me the piece. I'll give you the new piece.
Heck yeah.
And then, of course, it's got the Carrier heat pump installed, 2 6x8 decks, and, of course, our home buyer's protection plan, 5-year. And then, of course, that last house, the Versace. Man, that's a beautiful home.
It sure is. Yeah, it's Waco 2 product, full tape and texture, and it's got the primary bathroom that just looks like it's straight out of the resort.
Yeah, it looks like a spa. And, that house also over 2,100 square foot, $189,995. I have not lost my mind. And I will order that house for you and get it in muy quick. And we've got a special promotion going on with Waco 2 right now on those homes. We talked about it earlier. I didn't put this in the slide in our deal, but I'll hold them up and let you know. People talk about land and where we find them. Sometimes we have land partners that bring us certain variations of what they're looking for. This development is in Godley, Texas. 1 acre tracts, Jason, and they'll do owner financing.
Absolutely.
They'll do
That's
owner
huge.
financing. So you can owner finance the land, and it's fully improved. It'll have the water, the septic, and the electric on site. Okay. And then we'll take care of the home and making sure you get your hookups and all of that taken care of. And you're living in the house really, really quick. So if you need something quick, getting out of that apartment, and you want a home of your own and an acre of land to do it on, Godly, those school systems are great. We drive by it a lot on our way back home. And I tell you, Godly, Texas, the high school looks like a college campus. It is just beautiful. And it's only a 4A school.
Ooh.
Yeah. So it's a beautiful area. Cleburne Acres is the other one that we had. Estate lots from 79.9. Are you kidding me? And that's 1 to 3 acre tracts out there. So folks, don't delay. It is time. A lot of people, I heard somebody yesterday, Jason, tell me they're going to wait until the rates come down. You know, Trump's in office and all the rates are going to come down is what he told me. And man, we got to get it. And I said, well, you know what's not going to come down? The price of the home. Price of the home is not going to come down. So buy now. You can always refinance later on these homes. These are that you can do assumable mortgage loans on these homes. And some people say, oh, well, but it's not your grandpa's trailer is what I tell them. There's a lot more things you can do on the lending side and on the construction side, retail sales side and whatnot. Again, folks, we still have a list of homes that are already setting out on communities. We got a lot of them and we got to get rid of them because we're trying to get new inventory in. So our loss is your gain. We cut all these down, this whole list. We cut it down by about almost $10,000 per unit, sometimes even more than that. So folks, I think we're just about at the end of the podcast today because we've given a lot of information.
One thing that we always get asked about was during the initial visit, doing the application and stuff like that is earnest money.
Yeah. Yeah. Am I going to have to pay anything right now? No, you don't have to pay nothing. A payment is what they call like a down payment or initial investment is what a lot of people call it and everything. Earnest deposit is just that. It's earnest. You're showing in earnest that you do have the means to provide in some ways a down payment. And so they'll ask for an earnest deposit to show that you're serious about moving forward. This isn't something that just came out on a whim. You're in the true market of trying to get in things. Plus, it'll lock down that land that you choose. It'll lock down the house that you choose, and it'll lock down the pricing and everything from that moment forward. And typically, we usually ask for about $1,000. Sometimes we'll take less depending on the situation. Sometimes we don't even take anything at all. It really depends on the situation. So folks, get those questions that you have. You can call us there at that number It is 817-783-5200. You can reach us Monday through Saturday here. And on Saturdays, on good weather days, we'll open up those houses for an open house. If you don't want to deal with the sharks that are over here, no. If you don't want to deal with the sales consultants, if you just want to walk through the home so that you can collect your head space, come in, ask some more questions, and then we can help take you wherever you want to go through the process and everything. Because if you don't win, we don't win, right?
Absolutely not.
Right.
Yeah.
And the last thing I'll say, and I've been saying it for a long, long time, I'm going to add it. I'm going to start adding it back into the deal. We make here owning a home more affordable than anywhere else you're going to go, and we make it more easy than anywhere else you're going to go. The process, it should not be, oh, I'm so scared. It shouldn't be that. It should be easy in transition. If you don't get that with your sales consultant, ask for another one.
And David mentioned that we make it easy and affordable. I mean, sometimes we can even get you in a community cheaper than what you can rent a home for.
That's right. That's right. On most cases, we can do that. So, folks, we appreciate your time on the podcast. Get those questions. You can send them to us there just by calling that number, or you can go on to our Facebook page, which is ClaytonHomesBurleson.com, or Clayton Homes Burleson on the Facebook page, and you can ask the question there, and we will get back with you. Somebody will get back with you, or we may even add it to the podcast.
Heck yeah.
So I want to thank Jason for being a guest today. I want to thank everybody for tuning in, and until then, God bless, and we'll see you down the road.
Clayton Homes of Burleson is committed to helping you and your family find the manufactured home of your dreams. Come tour our fully furnished display models to see available features and floor plans. Have you dreamed of owning a home that you can customize to fit your style? Our friendly team members are experts in showing you our homes that fit your needs and your budget. We are proud to be able to offer new, energy, smart zero homes that can save you even more money in the high-quality Clayton-built home. Stop by our home center to start your home buying journey today. Conveniently located at 3275 South Burleson Boulevard, that is I-35 West at exit 30, or visit our website at ClaytonHomesBurleson.com. Clayton Homes of Burleson, proud Rattler supporter.